Kinesiology tape can be a useful adjunct to increase sensory input and improve the confidence to move. And so this is, again, used alongside our active approaches to recovery. So with our clients seated, for me, I would ask that the scapula is gently active on the back of the rib cage. And then this is a technique that is really quite simple to apply and can be really quite effective. What I do quite like to do is cut off the corners so that they're rounded and then they're less likely to peel off. And so we want clean, dry skin, no wounds, nothing like that. And the patient is sitting lovely and upright with the breastbone lifted and shining ahead. Very good. And that just allows the scapula to come into this ideal alignment. So I'm going to apply this from around the acromioclavicular joint area and then around the posterior deltoid. So we're applying this 50% stretch and then let a little off and coming around to the insertion of deltoid. So here on the front, that's it. And then we can smooth the tape off. And it is the heat actually that activates the glue. And so this, encouraging it to stick and really try not to move excessively when we've only just applied this. Let's have another one. So the same thing then on the front, and again, the patient position. It's, like I say, more for sensory input than anything else, but people can get a lot of comfort from wearing tape. So it has a place. And putting the stretch on and then release a little as I feed it through around to this insertion of the deltoid. So I'm surrounding the shoulder and it just gives that little bit of uplift into the joint. Now this next strip is going over the acromioclavicular joint, and this wouldn't necessarily be needed, but if you did have any sort of symptoms into the AC joint, then this can be quite a nice strip to apply. And it's a decompression strip, so I'm pulling full stretch onto this, sticking it over the AC joint that I've palpated, the AC joint line, full stretch, and then the ends. You may or may not know, but really don't have tension on the ends. Otherwise, that's when they're really going to start peeling away. And it's heat activated, like I said, so we can give it a rub. Now, that may be sufficient to offload the structures and facilitate the client moving more normally and engaging with your rehabilitation. But there's also an option for a strip to support the scapula more. And beginning down here into the axilla. So just take care with your client's underarm area. We're coming, if I can just get in here a little bit, in under the arm, no tension at the ends, and then adding a stretch as we draw the band up and across the scapula to the, not too much tension, this 50% tension across to upper fibers of trapezius, and we just want to stick it on in place. Of course, we don't want our clients to become over-reliant on these kinds of approaches, but if it means that they can engage with our therapeutic process, then it's a win-win.